Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're going to be taking a quick look at the new G.I. Joe Classified Series Snake Eyes and Polar Bear M.A.S.S device. And if you're looking to buy this 2-pack, feel free to check out Amazon. That's where I got mine at. It is currently in stock for 2-day shipping, I believe. It is $64.99, and yeah, go over to Amazon, check that out. It should still be in stock, and I just got this a day or two ago. Just now about to crack it open for a review. But before we crack it open, let's take a look at the box really quickly. So as you can see on the front of the box, G.I. Joe, Snake Eyes, and Polar Bear up top here. You get the window packaging here. You can see the Polar Bear. You can see Snake Eyes. You can see all the accessories that they come with in the front of the packaging here. M.A.S.S device logo down here. G.I. Joe Classified Series down here. Ages 4+. Company is Hasbro. Bottom of the box, barcode. Nothing else going on. Got some weird stain crap I just now noticed. And on this side you get the barcode or QR code. G.I. Joe at the bottom. This is number 161, by the way. 161 on top. And that side, some pretty cool artwork. Polar Bear, Snake Eyes, 161. And on the back of the box, you get this awesome figure renders with the sweet background. Yeah, right there's that blonde dude and his sled and his wolves in the background that find Snake Eyes in the 80s cartoon in the M.A.S.S device special series, whatever. And there's the Polar Bear. Snake Eyes giving him a halting motion, holding the M.A.S.S device. You get a dope-ass bear trap. You get a cool growling face. Some battle damage on the Polar Bear, as you can see right there. Words at the bottom. Ages 4+. Choking hazard, small parts. That's enough about the box. Let's go ahead and crack this thing open. Yeah. Damn it. So it comes in the tray just like this. And the cardboard backing comes like this. And you will need a knife to cut this stuff out. And of course, for the accessories, you get this working bear trap. And be careful with this out of the box. I've already had this piece snap off on me at this portion right here and here. It seems to come off a little too easy, so just be careful with that. But it is a working bear trap. And the chain on it's a little short. I wished it was longer, maybe like triple this length, but it's whatever. And it's on like it has articulation right here at this pivot point, so that's pretty neat, I guess. And you can always connect another chain to this plastic link, I guess. But this is a pretty cool accessory. I believe it's the first time in the line for this one. And you get the bear. Oh my God. Oh, anyway, so the bear, he comes disassembled. It looks like you must plug his legs on. So let's go ahead and do that. So first up is the right leg. Comes in this plastic packaging part here, and it's pretty self-explanatory. This is pretty hard to mess up. This leg will just plug in to this peg. And it goes on pretty easily. Feels a tad bit loose, but it does, maybe not too loose. It seems okay. And we got some knee articulation in the legs, no toe articulation, ankle articulation up and down in the rocker. Like I said, the knee has articulation, the hip joint as well. And I'm sure it's the same thing for the left leg here. And it will pop on the same way, opposite side. Goes on with a little bit of force, not too much. And yeah, just like that. Same articulation, knee, ankle pivot, ankle rocker, hip articulation. He is able to stand up on his hind legs. I'm sure with a little bit of finagling, this guy could be balanced enough to stand on those hind legs. Jesus. We'll mess with that later. No peg holes on the bottom of the feet, but you get some painted detail right there. Toenails are painted black. That's a nice little detail we don't usually get from Hasbro. The front paws have toe articulation. They have ankle rocker and ankle up and down articulation. You got the knee bend on both sides again. You got the shoulder movement, shoulder rocker, shoulder articulation right there. The head, good articulation there, up and down. Again, here in the neck and head joint, more articulation. And the head in the box is like a battle damaged, scarred face. Got that weird white zombie eye, looking pretty awesome if you ask me. Really good paint detail on this. A lot of good sculpting work on the hair and stuff. I'm a pretty big fan of this. I was pretty certain I was going to buy it as soon as I saw it announced. And then I saw it in stock the other day, and I was like, you know what? What the heck? Let's go ahead and order it. And I did. And so far, I'm happy with this thing, man. Looks pretty sweet. Not much bad to say about the polar bear. And you get the battle damaged shoulder piece. Speaking of which, right here, I guess this piece here can pop off, revealing a wound on the bear. Pretty bloody, pretty gruesome. Looks pretty awesome, though. See if we can get better light on that. Looks cool. And yeah, you can just plug that right back in to hide that. And right here, looks pretty natural. And then if you want to, plug this piece in there for that arrow effect, like he's been shot with arrows. And you, of course, get this here angry head. The angry head looks pretty sweet too. I'll probably display this with this head. I like that a lot. Same texture detail, same scarring on the face, but you get the big open mouth and the roaring expression. So that's pretty neat. And you get the M.A.S.S device container and the M.A.S.S device element. And this is the exact same stuff from the cartoon. Then you get the open hands here. One set of those, one set of fisted hands, and then you get on the figure a set of trigger finger hands. Oh, and you get these ungloved normal hands up here, and they are trigger fingers. I guess these pink hands are not gloves. They are radioactive glowing effect from the M.A.S.S device stuff. But you could always pretend they're gloves, I guess. But out. Before we look at the figure, though, the weapon accessories, he gets this same knife you've seen 1,000 times with the black handle, silver blade. This, let's go ahead and just take those out. So here's the laser gun, sculpted black plastic. It has silver paint applied, looks pretty sweet. You've seen it before, usually in all black or all green plastic or whatever. Looks a lot better this time, I think. I'm still not a fan of this weapon. I like weapons that has like a foregrip on the front. And this one does not have that, so therefore I'm not a big fan of it. But it looks okay. And here's that knife I was just talking about. Black handle, got some texturing on it. Silver blade. And you get the pistol here. Looks pretty awesome. Black handle, black trigger guard, silver slide. Looks pretty neat. I'm a big fan of that. I like that look. Ooh. And you get holster on the Snake Eyes for his pistol, and it fits in like so. And you get space for a suppressor, but you get no suppressor. I repeat, this does not come with a suppressor accessory. And you get a sheath for his knife on the other leg. And it fits in there just like that. And it's worth noting, if you have that retro card Snake Eyes, then you essentially already have this figure. It's just that that figure is all black, and this one here is this like dark navy blue with hints of purple. And it looks pretty awesome. But the articulation is the same as that retro carded figure, which is pretty good actually. You get the shoulder joint movement, you get the butterfly with it, upper arm swivel, double jointed pinless elbows. What the heck? Okay, the wrist hinge here is up and down for the trigger hand, and same thing for this one. Get some pockets sculpted on the sides here of the shirt. Looking pretty sweet. And the straps on the body here, you get like a sculpted on grenade, some purple looking pouches. You get like an additional knife sculpted into the harness here. The belt looks pretty solid, looks pretty good. You get a hole in the back for a backpack accessory, but you don't get a backpack here. And the pants look pretty good. Got that same texturing as the retro card version like I previously stated. And you get black boots along with the all blue and purple outfit. And of course, once again, pink hands for a radioactive glowing effect. And this Snake Eyes, it's a decent figure. I mostly bought it for the polar bear, of course. $64.99 was a steep price to pay to pretty much just get a polar bear, but I mean, you do get this Snake Eyes, and if you don't have the retro card version, which is very expensive now, then you now can have this one, and you get a polar bear with it, and it's damn near half the cost of that retro card. So yeah, this figure ain't too bad at all. Not a bad deal on this. Not a bad deal on this 2-pack here. I got the polar bear to stand up on his 2 hind legs, so he can do that. It actually took very little effort to do so just now, but just fiddle around with it. I'm sure you can get it to do the exact same. But yeah, overall, 2-pack is very solid. I give it an 8 out of 10, since the Snake Eyes is a bunch of reuse, but it's still a good figure. And the polar bear, I believe, is all brand new. Cannot recall seeing another bear in the classified line. So yeah, very solid 2-pack. Highly recommend it. Check out Amazon, and that will just about do it.